All right, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS, who the Lord set up to teach His truth and sincerity. I'm Yalak Mara'ah from the Sheep of Berea camp. Special salutations to Elder Dawan Mayim, Elder Karak Al Kahan, and Rob Shapat. Coming at you with this video entitled Stop Getting High Off the World and Stay Out of San Junipero. What I mean by stop getting high off the world is just having your hope and you're looking forward to your only pleasure is when you go out or go to the movies or get up with that girl of yours or hoping to get up with a female. There's nothing wrong with enjoying those moments. But when that's your own, that's you're looking forward to and that's your fulfillment, because that's what a high is, like your fulfillment, that's not good. Because your fulfillment should be, all right, let's get how Paul's fulfillment was, because in his truth, Paul said what? Be ye followers of me as I am of Yahweh Shai, right? 2 Corinthians 12:10. Therefore, I take pleasure in what? Hanging out with girls. No. Going to the bar. No. Getting out with my kids. Nothing wrong with hanging out with your kids. Listen, I like hanging out with my son, and I enjoy the time being, and we go here, go there, and do certain things. And there's nothing wrong with enjoying those moments. But for that to be your fulfillment here, okay? Because this ain't our rest, as the scriptures say. That's not the right thing to be. That's not the right feelings, that energy you should be having. When that's your automatic high. All right. Yeah, our automatic high. Let's go with what Paul said. 2 Corinthians 12:10. Therefore, I take pleasure in what? In my infirmities and reproaches and necessities and persecution and distresses for Yahweh Shai's sake. For when I am weak, then am I strong. Because that's where who went through Yahweh Shai. So you on that path. Now it's a different way of looking. That's tough. Nobody's saying that's easy, but it's still a concept that we have to just instill in our heads. That's a concept that we got to drill in our minds. That's a concept that we got to change. We got to morph into. All right, taking pleasures in our infirmities. What about Moses? Moses lived a good life. Let's check out Moses. Let's go to Hebrews. Moses, most probably don't know that, but Moses was a top dude in Egypt. He was up there. Let's go into it. Hebrews 11:23. It says, by faith, Moses, when he was born, was hid 3 months of his parents because they saw he was a proper child, and they were not afraid of the king's commandments. Because the king's commandments during that time was to kill the firstborn of the male. Okay, was to kill the male when he was born and keep the daughters. Let's go. So it says, because they saw he was a proper child and they were not afraid of the king's commandments. Verse 24. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter. So he refused the entitlement. That's a high entitlement. All right, to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter. That means you're entitled to inherit when you're someone's son of their kingdom, okay, or of their status, right? Because people would say they judge you by the people you're around, okay? Verse 25, choosing rather to suffer the afflictions. Hold on now, that sound like what we read, and yeah, pleasure in infirmities. In afflictions, persecutions. Sound a little weird, right? It says, choosing rather to suffer affliction with his people of Yahweh. What is the people of Yahweh? The Israelites. The people of God. That the word Israelite means son of the Most High, prince of the Most High. Okay? Then to enjoy the pleasures of sin. Then to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. All right? So, like I say, nothing wrong with you hanging out, nothing wrong with you doing these things. But when that's your fulfillment of pleasure, you going off. You going off. Because your fulfillment of pleasure should be to be laboring inside this truth, laboring with another brother, getting up, building someone up. They're going through those sufferings, going through that same process. That's what you're supposed to glory in. Verse 26. Check this out. Esteeming the reproach of Yahweh Shai, greater riches than the treasures in Egypt, for he had respect unto the recompense of the reward. Verse 27, by faith he forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath of the king, for he endured as seeing him, he who is invisible. So he went through it, enduring, seeing he who is invisible, the Most High. All right, because he went off the Most High's what? His word. He didn't really necessarily, yeah, he's seen the burning bush, but he didn't necessarily see in the Most High open it up. So when he believed, the more signs the Most High just started to show him. Moses could have chose not to take that walk or take that step, but he chose to take that step. All right, and it was instilled in him. He chose to forsake Egypt. All right, and the Most High came to him. All right, because what did he do first? He forsook Egypt first, and then then he ran out of Egypt. Then the Lord came unto him. Then the Lord gave him the name. Then the Most High. Then he went forth and started to, said we sent the message to Pharaoh. Then the Lord started to do the signs, and Moses believed. All right. Through faith, he kept the Passover and the sprinkling of blood, lest he that destroyed the firstborn should touch them. Okay. By faith, they passed through the Red Sea as by dry land. See, these are the pleasures that you got to have faith in. That, yeah, he started off suffering with the people. All right. But then what? Come on, man. That was a beautiful thing that, man, to actually see the miracles of the Most High, and the Most High start to do those miracles through you. That's a blessing too. Giving credit to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, okay? Not to say that was him, but the Most High was doing it through him. That's a pleasurable thing to see, all right? So that being that dealing with the work of the Lord and doing the will of the Lord, let's get that. Ephesians 1:5, having predestinated us unto the adoption of children, all right? See, we are Hebrew Israelites, right? That was scattered abroad, slave trade. They call us all these bywords. They call us niggas. They called us Hispanics. All right. They call us Haitian. They made these different titles were made up. Okay. And now Yahweh Shai adopted. Okay. Because now we were under somebody else's captivity. Right. We had to have birth certificates belonging to this system, this state. All right. Calling yourselves Americans or whatever captivity you're underneath. Now the Most High predestinated you, like you would set up a ways to go travel somewhere. You were predestinated to come back and say this truth. Adoption of children by Yahweh Shai Mashiach. That's the son's name. All right. There was no J's 500 years ago. Right. So they would say Iesus in the Greek, but that wasn't his name. All right. The Most High has it. Yahweh Shai. Okay, the word only close to Jesus Christ had a Hebrew name. He spoke Hebrew. He spoke Hebrew to Paul. You read about it in the book of Acts. It says Yahweh Shai to himself, according to the good pleasure of your will? No, of his will. So the Most High pleasures for you to come inside this truth. Okay, to do the high holy days, to do the Passover, to keep the Sabbath. Those are the pleasurable things. All right. Most High don't mind you hanging out with your family. Most High don't mind you going out to do things. But when that is your fulfillment of pleasure, that's a problem, because that's not what the Most High set you out here to be. Ecclesiastes, the duty of man. Fulfill the Most High's pleasure. Serve him. All right. Let's actually get that. Isaiah 58:13, if thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day. So the Most High even just said, listen, you could do you 6 days a week. Just give me a day. Follow my holy day. All right. Turn away from your pleasure. Okay. And call the Sabbath a delight. This is a beautiful day. Barakatah Yahweh Shah. It's a beautiful day. Right. Your pa, your wom, right? The Holy Lord of the holy of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, honorable, and shall honor him, not doing thy own ways. Now, we in captivity. Let's just say that. So we going, some of us have to work, right? Yeah, some others, they might be busy other days and might want to catch up on doing certain things, and it might fall on the Sabbath, and it happens, okay? But the concept that we're getting at is that, listen, if your pleasures is just all about the physical for you, that is not the right spirit to be in, all right? The pleasure should be when you can do that video, when you can get up with the brothers, when you can, pray to the Most High, when you can do a fast, when you can follow a Sabbath. That should be like, yo, man, man, I'm hype. I was able to do that. While we don't feel like that, yo, I was hype, man. Yeah, man, I was able to do that. So we get mad hype. I know I do, man. I went to a baseball game, we just get mad hype at the baseball game. Yeah, you out there with the family. Oh, man, yeah, this is cool. Whatever is cool, but you shouldn't be your fulfillment or your high. That's when you're going off, man. It's cool to be balanced. But when you leaning more to that side of that world, when it's, to give you more of a good feeling, that's not right. All right? Because ultimately, what the Most High going to do to this world, we already know through the scriptures, going to destroy it. All right? And then some of your family might not even make it, right? They say the holy of the Lord, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua, B'Hashem HaKadosh, honorable, and shall honor him, not doing thy own way, nor finding thy own pleasure. Are you searching to find, man? Because that's what you do. Be honest, that's what I do. You actually go in your head and you search to find your own pleasure. For example, what you going to eat today? Why don't you just eat crackers or something? We'll drink water all day, right? But I'm just saying as an example, right? That's not your own. Your own pleasure would be to go to a particular restaurant of your choice, of your favor, a particular meal of your favor, right? Watch a movie of your favor, be with your woman and, do what a man and woman do, right? Those, those are the things you do. But you know what? Even when you do those things that don't fulfill you, because you still got to face this hellish society. So the only thing that cleanses you and refreshes you is actually serving the Lord. So it's not even it's not even like it's for the Most High's benefit. There's a scripture on that. Did the Most High get pleasure for you being righteous? Let me get that. It's for your benefit. You actually feel better. You actually feel better when you do things. When you be charitable, you actually feel better. You feel better. You feel like, wow, I'm not just this dirtbag, right? I did a good thing today. Job chapter 22, verse 3. Verse 3. Is it any pleasure to the Almighty that thou art righteous? Or is it gain to him that thou makest thy ways perfect? Is the Most High going to increase? Now I became the stronger power. No, the Most High is already the Most High. If you do good, it ain't going like it's affecting the Most High. But it is a good when you do good. The Most High wants trying to put you on a level. We weaken our vibrations when we get caught up in the pleasures of fleshly things and carnal things. But the scriptures say that the angels don't glory in the same thing as us. So we're actually being more angelic-like. We're being more spiritual-like. When we glory in what? In the right, and doing this work, doing the Most High's will. All right? Going on the highways and byways. As crazy as them people be looking at us. Them niggas out there, man. It's hot as hell. So what? So bad. We gonna be out there. All right? Until the time come, we preach the end days. We always into the book, doing these videos. Reading mad articles, right? But the Most High, that's pleasurable. Going through afflictions, all right? The Most High, what? You see, pleased him to put his own son to death. So the Most High mind is totally opposite. We gotta conform to that way to understand it, or else you're gonna wage a war against the Most High. Because you're going to be trying to serve yourself and your pleasures, and then not turning the Most High pleasure. And the Most High going to be trying to get you. So it's like a tug of war. Verse 14, then shalt thou delight thyself in the Lord, and I will cause thee to ride upon the high places of the earth. See, and the Most High He's going to really show you some pleasures that you ain't never. You're going to ride upon the high places of the earth. and feed thee with the heritage of Jacob thy father. All right, our heritage. Now let's not understand too. The heritage of Jacob too was to be a prince of power. Literally, he wrestled with an angel. Now, all right. How many of you could rate? Come on, man. You know, a lot of you dudes can't handle your baby moms, man. You get beat up by your female. That was a old joke. You know, Jake be getting their ass whooped by their females. But hey, listen, man. Feed them with the Jacob, our heritage, Jacob our father, our knowledge. Jacob knew a lot. Jacob was real smart. They say that in Baruch. He gave him ability to know things. Jacob took a branch. Man, when you read the story of Jacob, man, he increased the cattle. He cut that branch a certain way and motivated the animals to have more babies, man. They came out stronger. Like, yo, Jacob was bad, man. He did things with the herbs. He knew the usage of the herbs. He had a lot of knowledge. See, them pastors, they don't go into the story about Jacob and Genesis to get into these different elements of our history that we knew. Now motherfuckers go to the farming season, just die. Say, for the mouth of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh shall have spoken it. That's it. So what you got to do when Most High speak it is right there written in the Bible. Hey, man, pray, put up that prayer. Lord, you spoke it. I'm over here sacrificing. I'm putting this thing online. Lord, please let me allow me to be able to do what I have promised. Ain't a lot of people out here striving to do that. You know what people striving to be. Matter of fact, people striving to be putting up damn old faces. Come on, man. You living the youth of your life and you want to see how you're going to look when you old already. The Most I should just kill y'all. I'm going to show you how you're going to look when you be old and just speed your clock up to that time and you just drop dead the next day. You know, it's vanity, man. It's vanity. Oh, no, it's fun and games. It's fun and games when somebody is playing God to predict how you're going to see and look like. Come on, that's supposed to be pleasurable, and people are posting their pictures of, it's a joke, is it? Yeah, but to see the way the world can just automatically get everybody to do something at one time, that should be a spark in your head, man. But whatever. It says, 1 Timothy 5:6, but she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. All right, you living in pleasure, you want to be a hot girl, right? You want to be a city boy, right? Living in pleasure, all right, you dead while you living, all right? You know, Kodak Black had a song, album, Dying to Live, nigga, you already dead. You know, so hey, man, says Proverbs 21:17, he that loveth pleasure shall be a poor man. He that loveth pleasure, let's go into that word love, man. When you love, ahab, to love, right? Whose family sexual human appetite for objects such as food, such as drink. You love, man. You know, they got expensive ass restaurants out there, man. You know, so when you love and you trying to feel like that craving, you know, sometimes, man, I'll just be trying to eat healthy and I'll be spending over my budget and you just end up broke for a week, man. You know, now, of course, this society is hella unrighteous the way that it's set up. But hey, even you got ball players. Look at individuals who went broke. Allen Iverson, Antoine Walker, these different ball people who were millionaires went broke. All right, because they love after wealth, the pleasures. What you think they were doing? They were living out their best life, Little Duval status, man. They say love, human appetites. So this is love, to love. All right, now it's giving you examples. Human appetite for objects such as food, drink, sleep. Okay, now I want to say wisdom. Some people go broke for wisdom in this world. What do you do to go to school? You take out a big ass student loan, $100,000, $50,000, right? For what? To get wisdom. All right, that you ain't even going to apply to the job, that you ain't even going to use for the job that you get out. Meanwhile, the wisdom would be understanding minerals, how to put together certain elements and how these elements work together, how these elements will heal you, understanding the root of plants, how to heal you. All right, dieting, how to grow. All right, how to cultivate the earth. Right, those are survival things that should be known. Wisdom of the earth, how it operates, understanding the farmer's almanac. reading when the new moon coming in, when to plant, when not to, with it, how to forecast, right? These are the things that you should know. This is the Most High. He just put us on this earth to wait for a damn supermarket to come and wait for somebody to tell you the news. No, so you can know it for yourself. We so dumbed down, you know, and you spend $100,000 on what just to get a damn degree to go work for the man anyway, you know. But that's why the society is damn backwards, man. And then there's love says human love for or to God, right? Act of being a friend, a lover, right? So they say, what, man? You're a friend, you're a lover of pleasures, man. You're a friend of pleasures, such as food, drink, all right? And it says what? He said, you know, you shall be a poor man. Shall be a poor man. Most niggas is broke as shit. They'll pull up with little Bentleys and rental cars, and the niggas be broke, man. Niggas be showing off like they doing this, but the nigga's mom still work at a job. I want one rapper, his mom still work at a job. Come on, bro. You know, but his love is a pleasure. You're offended and Gucci'd out, but your mom still work at the job though, buddy. You know, your family still living in the hood though, buddy. You know, it's ridiculous, man. And then let's just say if your family, your whole nation. All right, let's get that. Let's see how them Jews move. You think any of them is left behind? Nah, that's why they all on Eastern Parkway. All right, that's a damn $1 million strip, if not billions. Them houses, right? They own the whole damn. Everybody is put on well. All right, right. But you know us, lovers of pleasures. You know, you got to get it yourself. You want to be the only one shining. Yeah. I'm the man. He that loveth pleasure shall be a poor man. He that loveth wine, okay, and drinks, do say, yeah, got the bottle, do say, all pops around. I got the ace of spade bottle, and love of wine and oil shall not be rich. All right, shall not be rich. Oil, you know, oils that shine. You know, you just love to always be shining all the damn time on Instagram. My thing is, this is litty, boy. You know, you ain't gonna be rich. All right. All right. And how about this? Let's end it off with this, man. Because at the end of the day, this is what the goal should be. Matthew 6:9. After this manner, therefore, pray ye, our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, okay? Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. So what's going on in heaven? Everybody just getting lit and it's a party every day. You know, everybody just having sex. Oh, you know, come on, man. That's the angels don't even glory in that manner. So it say that will be done in earth as it is in heaven. So it ain't them type of pleasures up there in earth. I mean, up there in heaven. Now, when we return back on here and the kingdom of heaven is established, don't get me wrong, brothers will be having multiple wives. Brothers will be eating good foods. Brothers will be doing these things, but as well as following the high holy days. Those are a shadow of thing to come. So if the Most High see you happy about that, just like Solomon was desiring the wisdom on how to operate a kingdom, the Most High bless you with the carnal pleasures automatically. That's nothing. That's nothing. Even wicked niggas get that. You know, but you trying to be a righteous man. So these are the things we ought to pleasure in, following these how doing this work, you know? Anyway, the reason why I turned San Junipero, watch this episode. Hey, shout out to Elder Karak Alkahan. Watch this episode, San Junipero. If you ain't see it, you ain't ever seen Black Mirror episode, season 3, episode 4, watch this. Yeah, it's sodomite activity between these two females, just as a warning, okay? It's sodomite activity between these two females, right? But watch this episode. This is something that Esau definitely is working on. All right, and this is a paradigm. I'm a spoiler alert. Spoilers. You don't want to know what it's about right now. You can pause it and not hear it. But it's a spoiler alert. When you do look at it, this for those who probably ain't gonna watch it. When you watch this thing, all right, this is just about a world. Okay, you've seen it in other movies. This is a world within a world. All right, a cosmos that Esau created. Right, inside of a basically like a chip, in which he stores or uploads your consciousness, all right? When say you want to go to sleep and you want to be there, you could be there for 5 hours. They give you 5 hours, right? But when you die, you could be there for eternity, all right? And ultimately, it's a whole pleasure land. So people live out their pleasures and their fantasies for the rest of their life. All right. And they get to go through being at the different time. They go to the 1980s, 1990s. You want to start from wherever you want, you know, and they live out their eternity. And see, this is what this man is creating, a paradigm, a heaven for the flesh to live out with no rules, no regulations. Man, you want to be, because one of the females never got to be, she always wanted to be a lesbian. She never got a chance to be. So when she was young, her family despised that. She drove a car. She almost, you know, killed herself. She was paralyzed for the rest of her life. So she never been with nobody. She go to San Junipero. She got to be a lesbian for the rest of her life, a lesbian lover with this Israelite looking chick, right? And that was she got to live out her fantasy. This bugged out chick right here got to live out. She just went with the flow, right? So this is what that episode is about. Black Mirror got a lot of crazy episodes, but just as it says, when Yorkie and Kelly visit San Junipero, a fun-loving beach town full of surf, sun, and sex, their lives are changed, and that's what it is. It's just like a damn pleasure land, you know. So that's the paradigm that they're creating, man. They want to upload your consciousness to a heaven on earth, as the song say. You know, because this devil want to beat the Most High, okay? But you ain't never going to beat the Most High, because that shit goddamn, it can never be. You can't replicate, because you can't even see it. It's like eyes have not seen, ears have not heard. So you those who go to take this, man, you know, you're just weak. You're weak. Anyway, so, you know, according to the title of the video, man, stop getting high off the world, man. Be sober. Get out of San Junipero. That being said, call all you like Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shabbat, Shema Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS. Shalom.